Included in your Casting Workbook Pro membership, you can create a stunning personal website with just a few clicks. It's a really good idea to put up your photos and other materials that can be instantly shared over to your website. You can also add a massive 10 gigabytes of video and audio. Once you're ready to create your website, scroll down and click Create or View Your Website, and that'll get you started. First, you'll want to choose a background color. Then check your website address and name and click to upload your albums. You have 4 albums, 3 that you can name. Also, the stored images and Casting Workbook headshots that are brought over. Let's name the first album Behind the Scenes. Once named, you can upload your photos to this album. It's a really good idea to put your photos into folders before you begin and decide the names of the 3 albums you want to create. Here you can drag and drop the photos to put them in the order you like and set an album cover. Let's go name your second album. Let's call this one Posters and Brands for film posters and commercial brands that you've worked on. Let's pull from the album. All right, so let's pull up Posters and Brands, and you can select one or more that you want to bring up. You can add more later, and you can put up as many as you like. Okay, let's go to the third album. Let's call this Social. It could be Instagram, it could be behind the scenes. Let's go get the photos that we want for Social and pick whichever ones we want to put up again. Again, you can add more later. And now let's go into storage. Storage is interesting. Storage is any photos that you don't want to show up on your website, but that you may want to use for your backgrounds, and we'll show you how to use those in a minute. These photos could be any of your personal artwork, or even a cityscape that could be great for a background. And now you want to go edit your website. The edit box can be typed in by going to the menus above. So the first step, let's add another photo. Let's try a different photo for this one, and you can mix and match different ones. You have to grab that little arrow at the bottom right in order to make the photo larger. You can move it around. And then on the text box, you can type in any amount of text you want. It looks good to have a small saying on your homepage, something that's meaningful to you. For the biography, you don't have to have one. You can actually hide this section if you like. It says show or hide. Let's hide it and we'll move on. It's the best idea to type a resume in over on Casting Workbook first. You can also select which resume you want here. And put an interesting piece of artwork behind it. You can kind of see that it's hiding. So you need to get to that little triangle at the bottom right of the photo to stretch it. If you don't have a lot of photos to begin with, you can get creative. You can see that you have 4 photo albums that you named on the right, and these are the defaults that you set. And here are the headshots that pulled over from Casting Workbook. Now, one thing that we like to do as well is you can go in and set a background photo for the entire thing to give it some interest. So let's go up and add a photo and find something that we think might be really interesting to give sort of a dynamic feel. And in this case, you can see the photo is hiding again. So we're gonna slide it out and grab that little arrow so we can drag it up, and you can move it around anywhere you like and continue to make it bigger. If you get lost, there's a reset photo position at the top that'll take it right back up to the top, and you can reset the photo if you like, then start over. Then once you find something you think looks pretty good and interesting, then you're done. Next, go to Media. These are your demo reels, not your audition clips. You can put up photos behind this viewer for interest. Let's find something interesting. I like black and white. Again, you want to get a hold of that little triangle, pull it out, and then move it around until you see what you want. In this case, the actor is on the left, and we want to showcase him in that photo. So we're going to move that, and we're going to make that even larger, and move it down until it fills the whole screen and gives us what we like. And you can see that the video player will play in the background. So you've got your image in the background, and your videos can go full screen. The last piece are the contacts. And for the contacts, it's a pretty clean page. You can put lots of contacts which go down the left-hand side of the page. So we'd like to put up a photo, and it would be interesting to find a photo that is looking up to the left. Okay, so that's super effective, but you could put up any photo you want. You can have the photo go across the entire background, or it can be just a photo. In this case, here's one that's looking up at the contacts, which might be interesting. So you can pull talent agents. For example, you've got all the different types of contacts. So let's select the city. And if you type in Los Angeles, type L for Los Angeles, pull that up, and then your contact. I'm going to put in demo. And when you add an agent, it gets confirmed by the agent after it's been added. If you're not represented, it'll cloak your email, and you can receive messages through the site without revealing your email address. Okay, now we're still in demo mode. So here's your view. You've got the home page, the bio is hidden, your resume pulls with that interesting photo behind it, your photos page with all your albums and all your different information, your media page, and of course your contacts. And there is your website in less than 10 minutes.